2 hour. Well, for 2 hours maximum.
Oh, I want to do one.
Uh-oh.
I usually like 1 hour, but if we go over, it's no biggie. Hey, everybody, we're live, and I had some technical difficulties at the beginning, so I'm a little flustered. I had to move to my phone, so for me, that's not very conducive to doing this kind of thing because I won't be able to answer comments, but I'll be able to highlight them, like the one I have on the screen. And so, hey, Sleepy, thank you for being my special guest star. I've been jonesing to have you on my show for a while, so thank you for coming.
I may be the only one in the audience either.
And that's okay.
I'm the only one who's commented.
Yeah, I'm fine with just having a discussion with you. Oh my God! So since I'm on the phone, it's like bouncing all over the place. Now, I need to wonder how I can make us bigger and everything, because since nobody's here, let me practice. So
Okay.
it says camera guests more. I'm going to click on the more thing down here. Oh my gosh. I have to do it like 2 or 3 buttons in order to do it. It's like crazy. Well, let's start like this. All right. Is that good?
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, because I didn't like all that blue and black in the background.
I like the cinematic look, but either way is fine.
All right. Well,
do you ever?
How
have
about
you ever
let's
seen...
just say this, because it's so small on the screen, this helps me see better.
Well, true. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting that because I'm on a computer screen.
Yeah.
Um,
So we're just gonna be like showing off some stuff because we both.
So both of us have. I've bought a lot. Hey, Morton. I've been buying a lot because I keep going with friends to comic book stores, and of course, I'm not gonna just look around the store and not buy anything.
You should.
Well.
But who does that?
Not me. I like comic books
that's
too much.
true, and not me either.
Have you ever seen these free giveaway flyers at comic book stores?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's the Chip Zdarsky Comic Book News. Do you know who Chip Zdarsky is?
Yeah, he's a very famous comic book artist.
Well, he's a fairly popular comic book writer.
Yeah. Does he do art too? No.
Yeah, he does. He started as an artist, and it seems like he mostly does writing.
Writing.
He started on Sex Criminals. He was on Daredevil. He recently just finished a Batman run, and I'm not sure what he's doing next. But so he, with his own money, I guess, gives away this free monthly flyer that's the Chip Zdarsky News. It's not like Marvel previews or DC previews. It's Chip Zdarsky. And he covers his friends and stuff. But 2/3 of it's a joke. And then, well, half of it's a joke, and then half of it's like a serious interview. Breaking that's new, cool. Our guide to breaking into comics. Also our guide to breaking out of comics. With great crossed out absolute power. After the success of Absolute Batman, Scott Snyder reteams with Jock to freak you the fuck out in their new distillery horror mystery. You won't feel a thing. Is AI art bad? I bet if Vision did a painting, you'd love it, wouldn't you, you hypocrite? And if you don't mind, I'll read a little more. He's got comics career counseling as the first piece.
I need to find that.
Now that Chip is off of Batman, he needs to start soliciting editors for work. So here are a few of the pitches he's been working on. Fantastic Four. Reed Richards should be more like the Hulk, where he gets smarter the angrier he gets. Captain America. When Steve Rogers once said, "I'm loyal to nothing, General, except the dream," he actually meant the wild and hot dream he had when he was asleep for over 60 years. Green Lantern. Hal Jordan is a space cop, and yet we haven't really delved into the space paid duty gigs where he stands around while space construction happens. Should we call it
space donuts?
Overtime?
Space donuts.
Yes. Wonder Woman. We all know Diana is Greek, but what if I told you she was Italian? Mamma mia, what a retcon. Anyway, it goes on and on. But yeah, I thought at first he'd only do like 1 or 2 issues, but he just keeps doing it. and they're really fun.
I've never seen those. Those are really cool.
At some of the stores I go to, they're just laying around. You can pick them up for free if you want.
Yeah,
and then at the back, he'll usually have a seriouser interview. So there's an interview with Scott Snyder in this one, an interview with Gail Simone in that one. I don't know if there's an interview in the Christmas one.
With Santa.
He even has a crossword puzzle in the Christmas one.
Oh, that's fun. Read me one clue. At
the
random.
joke. Oh, okay. I haven't looked at it.
I love crossword puzzles.
Okay, one across is popular cover artist who inspires fights at comic book conventions.
Oh, Liefeld.
I think it's actually what's her name? She has this funny name, this Japanese Peach Momoko.
Oh, Momoko.
Yeah. So she was giving away sketches for free, like little quick sketches, and it caused kind of a riot at one of the Comic Cons. She doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah. Best intentions sometimes. That's crazy.
Comics publisher in need of vowels. That's
Zdarsky.
Comics publisher, though.
Oh, publisher.
These are not easy. You have to know
DC,
his sense of humor.
no.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one I wouldn't know. Yeah, that one I don't know.
2024 hot trend in terrible looking hands. 9 across. It's 5 letters. I don't know. 10 across is blank frost. You can probably get that.
Killer?
Jack, I believe.
Jack Frost?
It's 4 letters.
Oh, yeah, Jack Frost. But what is that? That's like because it's a Christmas issue.
14 across is I still refuse to find out what Energon means from this company. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters across. Whoever it is that publishes the Transformers would be the answer to that.
I thought.
Anyway, so you have to be pretty up on your very current comic book world gossip and jokes.
Well, wait, who didn't IDW do the Transformers for the most part?
They did at one point, but right now it's
Dynamite.
It's Kirkman's company.
Oh, Skybound,
yeah.
Or Dynamite, maybe.
Skybound. Skybound fits, yeah. See, Dynamite, that's old news. You aren't up on everything.
I'm not hip. I'm not
Kirkman's Skybound, but you did remember Skybound. I couldn't remember Skybound.
Yeah, Kirkman's Skybound.
If you were hip, you probably wouldn't even know me. So
that's not true.
There's pluses and minuses to being hip.
Yeah. You're hip on all the latest comics, which I'm not. So
I'm a little more hip than you because I buy current comics, the day they come out,
and read them all, which is awesome.
No, I now have a pile of unread from the past few months of new comics like this style. So
you need to get hot on that.
You may have noticed I have not been putting out videos.
I did notice.
And this video is keeping me from putting out any others.
Oh, it's my fault. I'm jamming.
It's all your fault now. The hordes of Sleepy Reader fans can camp out in front of your house and complain.
And then the problem is, I didn't even put your name in the live stream and so your fans couldn't show up.
Hello, Holly. Well, I posted on the YouTube community thing. I don't know how many people actually see that. And I posted on Blue Sky, which no one sees, and I posted on Threads, which no one looks at.
I've never even heard of either of those. And you may have told me about them, but then I promptly forget them.
You haven't heard of Blue Sky?
No.
Isn't that all over the news?
It's a song by Irving Berlin. Blue Sky. Looking at me.
After President Trump got elected for the second time, all the liberals went crying over to Blue Sky away from Twitter.
It was all over the news. No, I don't keep up on social media.
I was already on Blue Sky, but there was no one there until after the election.
All right, let's show some comics.
Comics.
You're gonna go first. You're gonna go first.
It's your show. You decide who goes first. You want to go first?
You.
Okay.
You go first. I have to be a gracious host.
Marvel Value Stamps. You already have this book, but I love
it. It's such a cool book.
It's mind-blowing to me that this silly thing that I remember from my childhood now has a really high quality with good binding hardback book devoted just to the Marvel Value Stamps. But I love
there's a page a day calendar, and each
I saw that
day is a value stamp, and they're on the second year. I actually didn't buy the new one this year. The last year was red, this year is blue, and it's just those value stamps, and you can rip them out.
I saw it on sale after the first at Barnes and Noble, but I thought, well, I already have the book. Do I really need the daily?
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see that every day and just like rip one off. I wouldn't want to destroy it though.
This is proof this is the golden age of comics, that we have hardback books of just about the Marvel Value Stamps.
Yeah, I grabbed that as soon as I saw. I saw that on somebody's channel.
Way ahead of me.
And got it. I was like, no, I have to have that. And it's relatively cheap. Ooh, look at that one.
I don't know what happened to Volume 1. I guess that was already sold out. So I've got Volume 2. Let me see.
Well, those are the best issues.
So I just broke this out of the box from In Stock Trades. Come on. Okay. So I don't even know what it's going to look like inside.
Wow. I bet look at it.
It looks pretty good.
Are those the daily things? What do you call them? The Sunday comics like that?
It says Complete Sunday Strips, 1937 to 1941.
Oh, that would be fun to read. I need more of that kind of stuff.
I thought they were even bigger than 2 columns. I thought they were multiple columns. I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. How's the art? Nice?
I love the Flash Gordon art by Alex Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
It is less fun to read a comic without word balloons, which is how this and Prince Valiant were done.
Well, how are the words in there? They just write it on the thing? Write it right on the comic itself?
Yeah, right in the panel, somewhere on the panel.
But are they talking or is it description?
It's both.
Oh. It's cool.
Let's see. Like in this one here, right there, it says Count Koro, scheming to keep Flash from becoming king of Phrygia, urges him towards certain death. Save your men, he cries, but Flash was already on his way.
It looks it looks like a lot of fun.
You'll have to rewatch this on a big screen so you can see what I'm showing.
Yeah, well, yeah, I will. But so for the people who hear, like I had technical difficulties. I'm doing this on my phone. Now, Hall says he used to get the Far Side cartoon daily calendars, but couldn't bring himself to throw away the comics and ended up keeping them all. Collecting really is an illness, isn't it?
I had those and saved them for years, and finally on some move, they ended up getting thrown away.
Oh, I love Far Side. I even saw Far Side exhibit in San Francisco, like a whole exhibit.
Cool.
It was.
And he just quit comics, right? Just because he said, "Oh, I've made enough money, or I've had enough drawing Far Side," and I don't think he died or anything. And then the other thing I just got in the mail was The Damned, the hardback omnibus. It was originally 3 trades, I think.
Who's the artist on that? The art isn't like screaming at me.
It's the same team that did Sixth Gun. I don't know if you ever read that. Cullen Bunn, Brian Hurt, and colorist Bill Crabtree.
Oh, it looks like the art on Chew, and I did not like Chew at all.
It is a little disappointing that it is not oversized. I always want but I have always meant to read this, so now I can read it. It's got very subdued colors.
Too. I have to say something positive about this book. The colors look drab. Okay, that one's got it. I like the handprint.
I think the colors are just, there's a good page. They're just setting a tone.
Yeah, they are.
that's subdued, but
a drab read. I've never heard of that, actually. Of course, Cullen Bunn has a lot of like hits.
Right, and a lot of misses, but I think this was one of his hits.
Is it about what do you call it? A hired killer or something like that?
I don't know. I think there's
Who goes to hell?
In the gritty world of Prohibition era underground crime, the streets run by demon gang bosses bent toward decadent sin, greed, gluttony, and lust. So it's all about your life.
Yes,
greed,
and
gluttony,
it's
and
a
lust.
period piece. It's a period piece.
And that's probably why they call it, because it's Prohibition. Maybe they.
Yeah, I guess everyone.
Some of it looks quite cool to me.
Back then. Looks cool.
Doesn't that look cool?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got the reds. They do that. He does that, or whoever is doing that to make the like reds stick out.
Right.
I bet it's really good. Yeah, I bet it's a fun read.
I'm looking forward to reading it, but
yeah.
Hello, Paulo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, my turn, right?
And I don't know if we said hi to No Solution.
No, I didn't. But I featured his comment. I'm so bad at this.
Your partner in literary crime. Are you guys ever coming back to that novel you were covering?
No.
Or did you finish?
And we were supposed to do another one, but I guess we just got busy. And
what's next? Ulysses by James Joyce?
Yeah, I would actually like to read that. No, we had picked what's his name? Cormac McCarthy. Not The Road. We had picked
All the Pretty Horses.
Blood Meridian. But then maybe we'll do it. We'll get around to it.
I've never read anything but The Road, so I feel like I should read more about it.
Oh, The Road was amazing. I love that. Oh, there he goes. Blood Meridian. Beat you to it. Yeah. I read The Road, and then I freaking loved it. And then when the movie came out, I went to a premiere in Hollywood, and it had the director and the actor after the movie, or either before or after. And, that's Viggo Mortensen, and I forget who the director was. Pretty cool.
I did not see the movie. Is it worth? I just like reading a book or watching a movie, not doing both.
And there was one part in the movie, I went with a friend, and she read the book too, and she was like dreading the part that was coming. I kind of was too, because there's like this, it's a dark movie, but there's this one part. We're kind of used to it now. I'm not going to spoil or anything, but I knew it was coming up, and I knew it would be gross. That's the problem when you've read the book before you see the movie, right?
You're anticipating the pain.
Yeah. So I'm going to show off 3 facsimiles that I got, and these things are stunning. So I have Startling Comics number 47. Look at that. Good
Very
Girl
startling.
in Danger, Bondage,
yes,
bikinis. Look at these. They're so cool. And these are way bigger.
Have you looked at the inside? Is it
not yet?
They're in proper golden age size. That's good.
Yeah, they are. And
I hate when things get shrunk down.
This one, they put the sticker over the seal, so I don't want to rip it open just yet. So I'm going to show you the next one, which is number 48. Now, this one, it's hard to see, but the yellow is dazzling and it pops. It's almost like it's another layer on top.
I love that one, actually. That's very cool.
Yeah, look at her. She's like in danger from green aliens and icicles.
And apparently they're on the moon. Because Earth is right there.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And the sky is white. How cool are these? And then
very cool.
And then here's the last one. This one, for some reason, they jumped to number 50. And unless I missed number 49. I just love the yellows that they're using in these covers.
Right. You're a fan of yellow covers. It's weird there why there's white around everything and then it's yellow.
Yeah. And that is weird, right? How they're outlined in white.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're supposed to have oxygen around them, but I have a feeling that's not the reason.
Oh, you know what? It's really hard, really hard to see. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a lot of little white lines coming up. Like I said, it's like the yellow is another layer on top of everything. It's weird. But wow, these comics are so cool.
Where did you get those? They're not. I didn't see them at the shop.
No, these I never see these either. So they're called facsimile editions, and you can order them in advance through DCBS. That's the one I always
right, because you use DCBS, yeah.
And I've never seen these anywhere else, and I would actually like to. I was thinking, I think I tried once to find their webpage to get some back ones that, before I started this.
Right.
But it's weird that you never see these in comic shops.
Do they have a webpage? Did you find it, or they don't?
I didn't look, but they're called facsimile editions. If anybody
that's wants the company's name, Facsimile Editions.
Yeah, and they recently put out a set of comics, and it was $150 or $75. And stupidly, I didn't buy it, and I'm kicking myself. I couldn't afford it at the time. I'm so dumb, but yeah.
No, if you can't afford something, you're not dumb for not getting it.
You are, because later you kick yourself, and who cares if you go into debt? You need it. You need more stuff. You are up, Damien. If you want to, although I have to tell you,
I got a place that does facsimiles of medieval. When I looked up facsimile editions, I got a medieval facsimile website.
Oh yeah.
So I guess I'll have to search more.
Wait, what do you call those things? They used to do the
illuminated texts.
There you go, illuminated. Yeah, that's so cool. Actually, those are beautiful.
I think that's you and me in this picture.
How cool! Look at that.
That's you. Or maybe that's you and that's me.
I'm the swishy one. There you go.
It's hard to tell who's the swishy one. It's hard. You're not swishy enough. You're probably confused people.
By the way, I wanted to show off. Look, my T-shirt.
Auditory
vinyl. He sent me this from his website.
That's very
yours,
cool
Sleepy. I need your T-shirt.
I don't have one yet.
Well,
the problem is I have used a copyright character as my icon for 13 years now.
If you just make it for yourself and your friends and you're not selling it, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna be jealous. I love Eries. I'm trying to collect more.
This is from late in the Erie period, when I think they were trying to find something new to make them popular. So this one,
they went sci-fi instead of horror.
Not only went sci-fi, but they tried to do a color insert that looks like a regular comic book.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But it's not. It couldn't become a regular comic. It's about a kid who's dying, who imagines while he's dying that he's this superhero.
That's so cool. Everyone must think I'm blind because I keep doing this. Everybody, I'm doing this on my phone because I had technical difficulties.
And so I've read part of this issue last night, and there's this series I didn't know about. I looked it up after reading. This might even be the last chapter of it, called Hagarth. And it's this sword and sorcery series from, I think, Spain, or maybe by a Spanish artist, but done in France. And then it got reprinted years later in Erie, and some issues of Creepy. And I just love the art. It kind of, maybe because it's translated or something, it's not very lively. Like the dialogue's very flat, but still I love the art. Well, and I love Conan type stories. So it's going to make me look through all the Creepies I can find. Star Wrecked. Yeah, so it was all kind of, science fiction and fantasy stuff in here.
Star Wrecked.
There's always these naked women floating in space, as you know.
Yeah, I like when you look through these magazines and you have the different art styles from one to the other. And they're almost always interesting. They're never like horrible. It's just.
And weren't you reading Rook? There's a Rook story in here.
Wow. Yeah, he started in, I think, Erie, and then maybe he was popular enough to get his own magazine.
Right. So this is the earlier Rook then.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good.
The one that I read, which was
the other ones were good, but the Rook,
it was confusing.
Sorry. Yeah, but basically there was just this monster.
He time travels, and then in the one that I read, he time traveled with H.G. Wells, and they were fighting the Morlocks, and I was like,
fun.
I know, I was really enjoying it, but I was confused because it was near the end, and I was just like, okay, what's going on?
I haven't even looked inside this one yet, but it does have a dinosaur ripping a woman's clothes off, which, you know.
Wow, he's very precise when he bites.
Dinosaurs like naked women.
Just dress, yeah.
Oh, this is the one that has several reprints of several Richard Corbin stories.
Oh, that's cool.
I guess he did a number of dinosaur stories.
But the funny thing is, it's weird to see, for me, Richard Corbin without his bombastic colors.
Exactly, yeah. It is, but he was in Eerie and Creepy a lot. He was one of their stars. I mean, they frequently put his name on the cover.
Yeah. I just bid for a Creepy or an Eerie that's an all Corbin issue. And so I hope I win.
Well, this is an almost all Corbin issue. It's got three Corbin stories. No color insert, though. And then some other ones with dinosaurs that are eating people, not just ripping their clothes off.
And he's picking them up like this.
Right. They got big hands for a dinosaur. Who's the artist on this? Neil Adams does the art on this. So these are probably all reprints from earlier Eerie and Creepies.
That's pretty cool, having reprints even.
And this one billed itself as an all giant monster issue of Creepy. But I don't. When I'm flipping through it, I didn't.
Have guns?
Flipping through it, I didn't see many giant monsters.
Wait, can you go back to the cover? Does the lizard have like guns around it?
Yes. I'm not even sure what
fire those guns.
It's got hands coming out of it, firing machine guns. Tommy guns.
Okay, that is weird.
Hello, Big Nasty.
How does he get ammunition? And how does he put it in?
And where is he? He's breaking through some walls or something. It's a bad cover. But it cool said giant monsters on it.
It makes you think.
I guess this one has giant insects.
Oh, those are fun. Ew, giant mosquitoes. Ew.
Yes, everyone's favorite. Yeah, so I'm a little disappointed because I wanted giant monsters. I think we do have aliens in this one, which is drawn as like a Corbin imitator or something. It's basically Creature from the Lost Lagoon, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So shall I send it back to you?
Okay. So I don't have many modern comics here. So I did get an order in from DCBS. So I'm just going to show off the modern comics that I got. So the first one is this DuckTales issue, and I love that cover.
That's modern? Now, it's from Dynamite. Okay.
Yeah, Dynamite. Now, Dynamite always puts out a gazillion covers. So, like, look, there's all those covers. And as the collector, it's kind of bad when they do that. But it's also, I don't know, like, for you said, like, you prefer something that really shows what's going off in the issue. Like, maybe that one, right? You can see it. But I love these kind of things that you could frame that are real art pieces. And I just love those solid backgrounds in the art. So that one's cool.
That's cool. Now it's cool that you like them,
for my husband.
And it does look nice.
Yeah. Now the next one supposedly is for my husband, but he doesn't collect gargoyles. But I like Jay Lee, so I bought this for him. I just don't know if I'm going to give it to him. It's a Christmas gargoyles special, but when I saw it advertised, I just really thought the art was cool.
That's a beautiful
Jay Lee.
Cover.
And of course, I could show you all the variant covers, which are on the back.
Jay Lee is a really awesome artist. I actually tried to talk with him at a convention, but he didn't seem in a very talkative mood.
You probably look creepy. Okay, here's another Jay Lee.
Buy some prints from him, but he didn't want to chat.
So this is for my husband.
I bought Jay Lee.
Jay Lee.
That is awesome.
My husband loves Thundercats. Now the rest that I'm going to show
is your husband the same age as you, or is he younger?
Younger. So I'm 57, and he's 49. Wait, he might be 50. 49.
So he's in terms of pop culture, he probably fixated on slightly different stuff than you.
Yeah. So the next four I'm going to show are facsimiles. So they reprinted DC Comics Presents, and I'm sure it's because of the Teen Titans, the first Teen Titans.
But it's a Jim Starlin cover. That's really nice.
Oh yeah, you're right. Look at there's the JS right there. And there's my.
I knew that he did a lot of work on DC Presents around that time. So, and then I thought it looked like him.
This is Perez art.
Yes.
Wow. So I'm getting this whole series.
That's an intense cover.
Yeah, there's George Perez art is just cool. And the next one is one we've needed for a while. I'm so glad to get this. Fantastic.
I picked that up too. And I almost picked up the foil, and then I said to myself,
I don't like
being
foil.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't like foil.
You want it to be a facsimile of the original. So if it's got a foil cover, it's no longer a facsimile.
Yeah, it's gimmicky, but some people really like that, and more power to them. And
finally, I was tempted. I like foil.
Yeah, I don't. I really don't like foil. Like the art just isn't crisp on a foil cover. And then finally, Brave and the Bold, number 29.
I didn't see that one at my stores, but I don't know if I would have gotten it anyway.
Yeah,
that's a crazy cover, though.
Yeah, there's this weird guy inside of a robot, and he's controlling him from the belly. Fun stuff. Let's look at this splash page. So cool.
I love giant robots. Giant monsters, giant robots.
There was actually a magazine or like a figure company called Giant Robot. I think so.
I think there was a magazine too that was all about a Japanese pop culture called Giant Robot.
There's Gore. Look at him.
Hey, Gore.
Let the lawyer jokes begin.
Mr. Paradiso.
Yes.
He's probably been busy rereading all of Saga.
No, he's been rereading his favorite guy. Sorry, I probably shouldn't mention him.
Who's his favorite guy? Oh,
Neil Gaiman. Sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned him. Let's skip right over that. All right, you're up.
Maybe it's his right to read. I personally can't read Neil Gaiman at the moment after reading that article, but I don't think you should. It's up to each individual whether they want to read an author or not.
No,
and if Neil Gaiman were an author from 100 years ago, and it was like, oh, this great author way back when did creepy stuff, I'd be fine with it. It's just that it's too fresh. So
it's too fresh.
Yes.
You're up.
Oh, I'm up. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you had more. Okay, so it's downhill from those Warren comics, and I couldn't resist because he has been through so much. Yes. I couldn't resist the Chilling Tales of Horror. That might be Neil picking up a woman right there.
Wow. Wait, now what comic company is that?
It doesn't say on the cover.
How much did you pay for that?
I think because Warren, not very much, but I used to see these to be very expensive, so I never bought any of them back in the day when I didn't have money. It's from 1969. It is published by Stanley Publications. So there's there's a bunch of different publishers that tried to ride on Warren's coattails. And some of them, and I think this is one of them, just reprinted 1940s, 1950s horror comics in black and white and tried to pass them off as being like creepy and eerie. So it's a fun novelty, but it's not like really great art inside. It's okay. I mean, I was hoping for something really over the top because of that cover, but and then
we have one comment, so let's break it in. I don't think tax evasion's as bad. I mean, as bad as, forcing people into doing
tax evasion is a little more is pretty sympathetic to me. I mean, there might be certain cases where it's not, but
herbal tea.
Yeah. I'm not against herbal tea either, but I don't know. Forcing young women to do what Neil Gaiman forced them to do is a little different for my personal taste. Okay, here's an even crazier cover. This one is published by Eerie Publications. They even took the name Eerie. Tales from the Tomb. He rose from the grave. Look at that.
That is so cool. Okay,
it's
wait.
So gross.
The guy's head is a necklace?
No, the guy's body is coming out of its mouth. And the woman's head is chopped off, but hanging on by a vein.
No wonder the Comics Authority had to come in.
No, but these were not controlled by the Comics Authority because they were black and white magazines. But I have a feeling very few newsstands would be willing to carry something that bloody. I never saw them when I was a kid. This one is from, I knew they existed, and I used to look around for them. I can't even find a date on this. Oh, July 1969.
Yeah, Big Nasty says it is a cool cover.
It also is reprints of old horror comics.
Well, I'm kind of jealous because those are cool.
The covers are cool. I was hoping there would at least be a few originals because I know some of these companies did have early Bernie Wrightson and things like that in them. And I got 2 more. This one's called Nightmare. I think it might have original stuff in it, but it's not very good original stuff. It's published by Waldman and Hirsch. Publishers Israel Waldman and Herschel Waldman. Nightmare. This is the weird creeping death issue. There is only one Dracula. I am he. I am evil. Only I am Dracula.
That's cool. It seems like just having the word Dracula on something will shoot the price up.
Yeah.
These days.
But this was... All of these were like $6 before my discount from my store.
You got a good deal, I think.
Which is 20%. This one is not, the staples are not holding the cover, and there's stains and stuff. Here's what the Dracula art looks like. It's not really top of the line artwork.
I still think those magazines are worth having. Come here,
honey. They are worth having. I just...
Where you going?
Tapestry of Blood. This guy meets this person on the beach after he washes up, and they eat him. Clever. It's poetic.
He survived everything just to get eaten.
Ravings of the Damned.
Wow.
Okay, one more.
Those are really cool.
This one is weird because Warren had a magazine called Monster World that was like a sister magazine to Famous Monsters. But this is not published by Warren, so I'm not sure what happened there. It looks really cool. I love this cover. No more Dracula. But the quality inside is very low resolution.
It's worth having just for that page.
Yes.
We both did it. Cultural phenomenon. Oh, look at Bella.
We'll see. So it's very yellowed. And someone did the word scramble. There's a word scramble in here. Where did it go? I can't find it. Oh, and they've got these things. I like these things where they add a caption to it.
Jokes. They put jokes.
I want to talk to you about a raise. All that light must be coming from a 39-inch TV set. They had 39 TV. Do you come with a 1-year warranty on parts and labor? A Robo King Kong, I guess. And this one has one comic in it, but it's a really, it's art by Jose Delbo, who probably Paulo could tell us all about him. I know the name Jose Delbo. I feel like he was in maybe some DC horror comics.
Does that say common dandruff?
Yes. It's about a guy who gets a terrible itch on his head. That's their what. And he goes and visits a Far Eastern yogi to help him cure his itch. And they shave his head and stuff like that. The art's pretty good.
He has lice, that's all.
But even with the shaved head, it doesn't help. And I don't even know what happens in the end there. I kind of skim read it. So there you go. That's my obscure horror finds from earlier this week.
Oh, okay. So I have some DC and some Marvel recent pickups. I've got this much DC and then my Marvel is like this. So I actually have been buying too many. So I'm gonna kind of just flash through these. And here's an apt one. So this is Action Comics, the 20 Center 441, and Superman is just punching the crap out of Flash. Wouldn't he die if Superman punched him like that?
Yes, you would think so.
I mean, he's just like,
he doesn't have invulnerability.
So
his head
comes running.
His head should explode.
Like, yeah, he's like, "Hi, Superman, what you doing in my city?" And Superman just punches him. And look, he's all happy. He's smiling.
Right. Plus, at the speed he's going adds to the force of the punch.
I know. It's hilarious. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's pretty funny. Here's Lois. She's like, once I turn this corner, I'm going to finally know how Clark Kent contacts Superman. I guess you never turned that corner. The speed force gives him protection.
Paulo says Jose Delbo was from Argentina, and he's more familiar with his work on Transformers and other toy properties at Marvel than his DC work. I mean, I might be wrong that he worked at DC. I just thought I recognized that name.
And then the Speed Force protects him from a super punch.
The Speed Force is the answer to every question with the Flash.
Yeah. And then this Superboy, I'm not sure what the price is. It's a DC Superstars, but it's got this great yellow background. But we've got like an ape person. We've got a UFO. I don't look at it.
The final test. It all makes sense.
It's got a UFO, an ape person. I don't know. Yes. And the building's getting knocked down. I don't know what's going on.
I think the UFO knocked into the building, the tower in the building.
It did. As it was flying, it knocked into the... And then
my daughter always points out that you can't tell the difference between Superboy and Superman in a lot of these pictures.
That's true. He does. I guess he looks a little bit younger.
A little bit, I guess. They were kind of lazy in making them look different.
All right. So here's one of your favorites. This is a Joe Kubert. And with his sketchy
But you
covers.
hate Joe Kubert.
I don't hate him, but I don't know. It seems like he just pumped him out and gave him to the colorist. Here you go. He just like drew a bunch of lines. Color this. And here we got.
It's not one of his best, but I still like it. I like his style.
I'm gonna say, like, when he's good, he's really good. Like, I've seen him.
70s Wonder Woman. Maybe that's where I remember him from. Because I have read a good bit of 70s Wonder Woman.
This one is Strange Sports Stories #1. And it's got the devil playing baseball. He challenges a baseball team. And then we've got a leprechaun bowling, and everyone's like shocked.
That looks very appealing. I wonder if the stories are any good. But it looks like it'd be fun.
They have to be. I mean, look at this craziness. Here's a 100-page giant. I got this for this gorgeous cover.
Oh, nice. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So
it must be a wraparound. It looks like it continues on the back cover.
Oh, you're right. Let's look. We have to test out that theory. And it is.
A lot of those DC Giants had great covers. I really like them.
So this one is going to get the. I have those see-through, like the transparent backing boards.
Right. Yeah.
Definitely going to use it for that one. Yeah. Look at them all just sitting around looking, and he's like, "Oh, this is so cool." Yeah.
It looks like there's a Legion of Superheroes story and
the Separated Titans. Man.
That's awesome. I would have been so happy to get that as a kid.
Wow, so cool. I put it in upside down. Oh well. Next one. I'm almost done with these, I think. Next rush. One is.
But you are.
I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah, Kirby.
Yep. Challenges of the Unknown. I wonder if that's. I'm guessing that's reprinting early Kirby issues.
It must be because this
DC
is called
Supergiant.
DC Supergiant, but that cover is cool.
But so you probably have like 3 issues worth of reprints in there.
Mm-hmm. The Man Who Stole the Future, Captives of the Space Circus, and The Wizard of Time.
Yeah,
cool. Here's a fun cover. It's a photo cover with people standing around being shot. Yeah, this is common.
I've never seen that before with Superman.
Oh, you haven't?
What does it say? The Phantom Horseman of Metropolis. Huh.
And then that's hilarious. Like the people are all like, ah. And then I always knew these two were a couple. Look at them. They're sleeping together. Yes. Mystery solved. World's Finest, the Dream Bomb. Like, how cool is that? Now this
World's Finest Bedfellows.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the normal artist that from this era. I don't know.
You're right. Yeah, it doesn't look like the normal artist. I couldn't say who it is or anything.
Yeah.
I assume there's no signature.
The final one I'm going to show is a more modern one of World's Finest, and I just really like this cover. I think because the guys don't have their shirts on and they're hairy.
Oh yeah, it's a good cover. It has almost a Frank Frazetta look to it.
And this one is by Hannigan and Johnson, something like that.
Yeah, there was an artist named Johnson. I forgot his first name. Dave Johnson, maybe.
Unfortunately, this one came and it's a little wavy, so it has water.
I don't.
That makes me mad when you buy a comic.
The water damage is the one thing I get upset about.
Yeah. So I have I just have some I have some Marvels to show off. So
I have enough to show for like a 3-hour show, I think. I'll have to just show what I can until you run out of time. I couldn't resist this copy of Crazy.
Oh, you got all the best things. Mine is all crap compared to yours.
No, it's not. You just showed a lot of great comics there.
You got magazines. Those trump everything.
So you can get Crazy pretty cheaply. But this one was appealing with the superheroes on the cover. And the giant bonus of the paperback book covers is just pages at the back. And they want you to cut these out and fold them over your already existing paperbacks to freak out your family and friends.
That's funny. That is funny. And that's like the Lou Ferrigno on the cover and maybe the live action Spider-Man.
Yeah, maybe did they have a brief live action Spider-Man at the same time as the Hulk? It wasn't as popular.
I think so.
So I've read quite a bit of this because it's been I mostly read Mad Magazine as a kid. A lot of it is kind of sort of clever, but not quite making you laugh out loud, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's a Mad Bee.
So, yeah, I wouldn't buy a lot of Crazies, but it's kind of fun just to poke around.
It's worth it for the cover. The cover is cool.
I always want there to be good stuff on the inside, too. But
yeah.
But it was fun. I'm glad I got it. I didn't leave the price on, so I can't. But I know it was. I didn't buy anything over $8, and then I get my 25% discount.
It's cool that you get your percentage off on back issues.
Yes. I mean, to be clear, only people who put a lot of comics on their pull list get the 25% discount. But neat stuff by, what's his name? I forgot his name now. It's not on the cover. Peter Bagg.
Nice yellow background on that one. I love it.
Yeah. Who went on, I think he's more famous for series Hate, but I read neat stuff back in the day, so I thought it would be fun to look at. But I kind of wish it had color.
Oh yeah,
it's a very cool art style, but it's a little overwhelming in black and white.
Yeah,
but anyway,
you could color it yourself.
Here's a Mad magazine from 1967.
Uh-oh, I'm collecting those. Look at that.
This I did not get a discount at. It was a different store, so it looks like I paid $5. I love that cover.
Yeah.
And there's a LBJ. Whoops, LBJ. I think that's supposed to be Queen Elizabeth. Who are some of the other people? I don't know who all these people are. But anyway, they're obviously public figures at the time.
Yeah. Cool.
And from 1968, spoofing the Beatles and their love for the Maharaja.
Wow. Now that one had to have been more expensive. Anything Beatles related crosses over.
$5.
Wow. No, anything Beatles related crosses over. People who collect the Beatles.
Well, either there's no Beatles fans at this store, or the store owner didn't think of that. I wouldn't have bought it if it cost a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a cool cover.
But I feel it's pretty amazing because I love how Mad just gives you a flavor of the times and what people were obsessed by.
And when you think about it, you got that magazine for the price of a comic today.
Exactly, and it's way more chunky. This was also $5.
Yeah, the Odd Squad.
And this is 1969. The Odd Squad.
I wonder what people would say about.
Were you around? Did you ever see the Mod Squad? You're probably too young.
No, but I know about them.
Yeah. I used to watch it a little bit. I mean, I wasn't allowed to watch a lot of TV. But
what would they say about the guy being in blackface?
Well, he's the black member of the Mod Squad.
I know, but I wonder if that would be frowned upon. But
I wouldn't think of it as blackface.
He's always doing every different.
I mean, he's just literally African American there, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
depends on how you view it.
They could have hired another cartoon character.
I would have to, I guess, ask my African American friends, but they'd probably be annoyed that I'm asking them for their opinions on
something so silly.
Now, this was dumb, and kind of a dumb purchase, and it was $15. It's a Flash Gordon magazine from Norway.
Wow. Morton, time to chime in.
Was it Norway? I figured out where it was from, but it doesn't say here.
Is it in English?
No, it's not in English. I think I looked it up and it was Norway or something. I used Google Translate. Was it Dutch? Maybe it was Dutch. I can't remember now. But I find it's funny that it's just called Gordon, not Flash Gordon.
Gordon.
And I guess they're selling Prince Valiant also because they're advertising on the back, but they don't show Prince Valiant. Just this ugly, mean-looking king.
Paulo says it looks nuts. Gore, I'm wondering how much are they going to sell those Mads for in your local shop?
Looks Dutch. So that's probably what it was. I know it was something. Dutch sounds right now.
Gordon.
I don't know. I think Gore gets pretty good deals on things that the average collector doesn't care about anymore.
There it is. The price. F.
Oh, so it is Dutch. Okay. Sorry for saying it was Norwegian at first. I like this cover, and that's probably original to a Dutch artist. M or maybe H. Carrier. Although they do mention Italy.
Well, no, Paulo was explaining why it's Dutch on the screen.
No, I know it's Dutch, but I wonder if it's a reprint of an Italian version.
Oh,
because there's something mentions Italy on the inside, so I don't know that if that covers by an Italian artist or a Dutch artist or someone completely different.
Wow, Gore, I need to go to that shop.
I'm gonna have to see. So they've completely repackaged, like it's 4 panels per page compared to this one, which is I think 6 panels per page. So I'm gonna have to see if I have. So this is obsessiveness of liking old Flash Gordon to spend a lot of money on some Dutch version.
Yeah.
I'm right about the deals at his shop. Yes.
Yeah. He gets.
I pay attention to what Gore says about his shop. He has. I think he likes hanging out there, but he's also upset at what people consider valuable at his shop versus what he considers worthwhile.
All right, my turn.
Your turn.
Okay, so how many should I grab to show? Like how much
I don't know,
do
you want to do like 6 at a time?
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I grabbed 6. All right. I'm gonna put the last.
It can be whatever you want. That's just my suggestion.
All right. So I grabbed Dazzler. Now, oh wait, we got a big comment from Paolo. He said, "Could be an Italian artist on the cover. It does remind me of something in that petite format publishers from France would use. They had Italian artists." Okay.
It's copyright KFS Opera Mundi.
Opera Mundi is Italian.
And then some other words in Dutch. And then
or is it Latin?
CM Pino Roma.
Well, that's definitely Italian.
So it might be through an Italian company that it came to the Dutch.
Open up the comic and show me the language inside.
Wait, the language on the copyright page? Or?
No, in the actual comic. What does it actually say?
Do you read Dutch?
So it's Dutch, right? It's not Italian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's in some kind of. I didn't know it was Dutch when I got it. I knew it was some kind of Germanic language. But at the back they have one sort of light, something called ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry. Back to your comics.
Yeah, I grabbed. Now I'm not collecting all Dazzler.
I didn't know Gore's comic shop was across the street from him.
And he hangs out there like it's Cheers.
Wow.
That poor comic shop. He must be in there all the time. They must groan every time he's crossing.
Every time he comes in, they shout "Norm."
Yeah. So I don't collect all Dazzler, but that cover is cool. Dazzler's in there. She is.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I like Dazzler, although most of the artists they gave her weren't good.
But there's a couple of Sienkiewicz covers that are amazing.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the interior artists. They were usually disappointing.
Oh, okay.
Like Mike Vosberg or somebody like that.
Oh, Opera Mundi was a French publisher.
Huh.
They were the first ones to have the rights to do the original Disney comics in Europe. Okay. Okay, so this is one of my absolute favorite covers. I don't know. I would like at some point to do my my top covers.
Your top bondage covers?
Not because it's bondage. Well, maybe because of that, but I just I love that art.
You could do a bondage covers and call it a salute to Neil Gaiman. I'm being really bad.
Oh, what did you say?
I said you could do a bondage cover video and call it a salute to Neil Gaiman.
Yes, and we'll put your what is it? The dinosaur grabbing that woman.
Yes.
All right, I just love how he fits the whole body of Spider-Man into the
it's
the
a
shape
pretty
of the
intense
comic.
cover, isn't it?
Now, I love, and of course that's Sal Buscema. Love his.
What's the price on there? Is it a 75 center?
That one was $1.
$1. Okay, pretty late on in Buscema's run.
I think he went into the 200s.
Really? Wow.
I think so. This one was $145. This one is, although it's a 25 center, Uncanny Tales from the Grave. This was the cover I used for.
Wow.
I love it. Like, look how cool this comic is.
I wonder who did that comic cover. I'm guessing Larry Lieber, but I would have to look it up.
Yeah, because nothing is jumping out to me at the style. Like,
Larry Lieber had a style that was sort of between Romita and Kirby.
And Kirby, yeah. Because there's something Kirby about that guy's face.
The monster looks kind of Kirby-ish.
Yeah.
And then the other parts look more like Romita.
Okay.
I suppose it could be Romita and just someone inking him in a kind of way.
Well, I got 2 Captain Americas, and like, look at this cool cover.
Yeah, that's a fun issue.
Yeah, and this one, there's also
my favorite year of Captain America is when he had the Falcon as his partner. I think it just made him more interesting.
I think this is Romita too, the art.
Yeah, you're right. That's definitely Romita.
And then the next one is, they're like trapped in these bottles. I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah,
look at him.
Trapped by the Stranger
in outer space. Maybe he's helping them breathe, though.
The Stranger was kidnapping children from Earth to do some horrible experiment on them.
Wow.
I read that issue recently.
Oh, now this is another one of my top covers. I got 2 of them. This cover is so amazing. I love it so much. And like, how did this get printed?
Yeah.
Listen, is that Millie? She's
yes.
in there.
I've got the door locked. She doesn't, or closed. She doesn't like.
She's mad. Doors. But doesn't this is Byrne and Austin? It just screams X-Men. Like,
wow. Yeah.
They went from X-Men to this, but oh man, look at like Daredevil. Oh, look, man, that's a cool cover.
I don't think Byrne ever did interiors of Daredevil, did he? That would be.
I don't think so either. But wow. So anyway,
yeah, that is a good cover. That's kind of a famous one. I've seen it elsewhere.
And just that solid background is so cool. So I grabbed 2 of some of my favorite covers this week.
Wow.
Like, those covers are amazing.
You're gonna have to put them up on one of your displays.
I do. Oh, and by the way, every time I come in, one of the red rockets has fallen because I don't have them in the plastic. And I'm afraid they're going to get like bent or something. So I'm going to have to take them down soon, unfortunately.
Easy come, easy go. They didn't cost
I know.
anything.
I need to find some plastic that will like house those comics.
So I spent an hour today trying to find the box of the AOK you sent me. And the fact that I can't find it tells me that in my old age, I put it aside somewhere so that I would be able to do a video on it. So I thought, I'll put it in this special spot. So
you threw it away.
And now I can't find it.
You threw it in the trash for trash day.
However, when we've been texting each other, and it connects to that AOK because you gave me a cool Will Eisner book in it. But we were talking about all this Eisner spirit stuff. And after that texting, I went on eBay and I bought 3 different items. And the craziest one is the Will Eisner Spirit pop-up graphic novel.
Wow. I think you sent me pictures of this one, right? Yeah.
Yes, I think I did.
That's so cool. Look at that.
It's, it's
a novelty.
It's a novelty.
A lot of those little things pull in and out. And
there are some pull ones, but I'm afraid to pull them because they seem jammed and I don't want to rip anything.
Wow. Wait, that one's...
Oops. This is probably the best page, but it's hard to...
The roof, yeah. How cool. And who would ever think that would be popular? Like a Will Eisner...
Well, was it popular? But the beautiful thing is its list price was $35, and because of its lack of popularity, I got it for $14 on eBay. And it seems as good as new.
That one probably opens up. Oh, there you go, yeah.
Oh, you're very observant.
Yeah, because I have my husband likes pop-ups, so I buy them for him.
Oh, okay. Well, you could. Oh, there were 2 pop-ups there. You could get him this one cheaply, but he probably isn't a Spirit fan yet. And these are the ones where you're supposed to be able to pull them, but it feels like they're going to fall apart if I pull them. So I'm not.
Don't do it on air because we don't want to watch it.
That one works. That one works.
Yeah, we don't want to watch a tragedy unfold.
Oh wait, this one.
Spirit.
Oh, She just moves her head.
Oh, she's getting closer for a kiss.
I don't think the Spirit was the best choice for a pop-up book, but anyway, they must have thought it was going to be popular.
It's definitely cool.
And for $14, well worth it. If I paid $35, I'm not sure. Although
no,
the Spirit is one of those things I have to have everything Spirit related. Which is why I didn't get as good of a deal on this Spirit coloring book.
What? Look how big it is.
Which is just a series of blown up splash pages.
No, that would be fun to color for sure.
But I don't know, it's not going to be that easy to color.
Nope.
And so
I wouldn't color it, actually.
What might be interesting is each one has a description talking about each story. So I should read those.
Mm-hmm.
So, but a lot of these are the very familiar, the most famous of his splash pages, which you see. Well, this one is less frequent, but ones you see in a lot of places.
How much did you pay for that one?
I can't remember, but it was too much. I think maybe like
that one.
$24.
Back.
I'm going back.
Look at her eyes.
Yes. It's a very odd squint.
I think I recently read that one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what were you saying? It cost.
They also made one of the Warren covers, the Warren black and white magazine covers, has a painted version of this.
Oh, maybe that's it. How much did you pay for it?
I'm not sure, but I think around $25, and that was not a smart purchase. Oh well, but
you got money to burn.
I do, and I'm a completist when it comes to the Spirit.
Buy it up.
So I also realized there's 3 color Spirit albums that Kitchen Sink put out.
Wow!
And I realized I only had 2 of them, so I bought this, and I think I paid a decent price for this, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing here is they were trying to get fancy with the coloring before digital coloring, and so it's kind of like watercolor coloring.
Yeah.
Which came out okay. Whoa. But so yeah, more of my completist thing. Hey, Steve.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Shall I keep going or shall I stop there? Do you want to show more?
Let me show some because I got this many more comics to go through. What about you? Do you have a lot to go through?
This many more.
Oh, you got way more than me.
But I don't have to show all of them.
Do more.
I don't have to show them.
Do some more.
Wait, and that's not even all of them. Oh, I thought I wanted to show you. Oh, come on.
While he's bending over, look at this. Oh, there you go.
This is like a comic book put out recently by Charles Burns.
Whoa.
And it's got I haven't seen anyone mention it anywhere. It was $12.
Ooh, I would buy that.
And it's black and white inside. It's copyright September 2024. I haven't heard anyone mention it.
Wow.
And it's kind of it's like what if David Lynch did a romance comic, basically.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You know, that
maybe it's a reprint of something from the past. Maybe that's why no one's made a big deal out of it.
Yeah, you know that hardcover book that I bought that I kind of showed recently that was all just like these weird sci-fi covers?
Yes, I have that too.
There's a lot of that kind of thing about like, and they're called, some of them are actually called Unwholesome Love.
Huh. So maybe this cover was in there and then he made a comic book out of it.
I don't recognize that one.
Uh-huh.
I think it's different. But I need to pick that one up for sure.
The love is definitely unwholesome in there. There's something I couldn't find. Okay, I don't even know what I'm pulling out of this box at the moment. Oh, the same place where I bought all the Mad magazines, I found a whole bunch of Little Dot, which is one of the weirder things that I obsessively collect.
Yeah. How much?
I love her obsession with dots.
Yeah, How much did you pay? I'm curious.
$4. So I paid
$4.
I used to just pick them up for $1 or 50 cents, but I can't find them anymore. So I just
They're going up.
Paid the $4 each.
Little Dot. Yeah.
So there's 3 Little Dot comics. There's Little Dot, there's Little Dot in Dotland, and there's Little Dot Aunts and Uncles.
Okay, that one is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
have you ever read a Little Dot story? They're very surreal.
I do have a chunk of Little Dots, like about this many.
You should try reading a few. They're fun.
Yeah.
Originally, I picked up these like 50-cent ones when my daughter was little, and I was much more into them than she was.
Oh, the dog's mad.
And it's always very happy and very positive. Oh, wow. I paid $8 for that one. I don't know why I did that.
Wow. It's a cool cover.
A bird in the hand.
Oh, that's a beautiful one. The O rolled off the cover.
And she's good friends with little Lotta, who has super strength, but likes to eat a lot. But little Lotta never does anything with her super strength. She doesn't realize it's a big deal or anything. And the Flintstones meet the Gruesomes.
Wow.
I feel vaguely like I've seen a cartoon with the Gruesomes, but I
don't know who the Gruesomes are.
I think they were like a spoof on a rock band or something. This one was $2. It's from 1965.
Yeah.
Oh, and it also features Pebbles and Bam Bam.
Yeah, so. I saw them there. I don't like when those old comics have white backgrounds. They would just pop with another color.
It looks pretty scuffed up too. The white does not age well. Okay, you want to do some of yours?
Okay. So I've got 3 issues of the Defenders. I'm trying to get as many Defenders as I can. Defenders are one of my favorite comics when I was growing up.
Me too.
But some of these earlier ones I had never read. So, but I got Defenders number 8, and it's a 20 center, and it's just.
I had that one as a kid.
Look at there. Look at her.
Pointy.
So pointy.
I used to be, whenever the Silver Surfer was on the cover, I would get so excited as a kid.
Yeah, we're missing Hulk in this one.
That's true.
Yeah. Cool. And Mind Slaves of the Red Ghost.
The Red Ghost, such a formidable villain.
Here we got number 13, which is in the 25-cent era. And here we got like
the Squadron Supreme.
Squadron Sinister.
Sinister.
Yeah. But you're right.
Confused. When are they the Squadron
Supreme? They are Squadron Supreme. They changed their name.
I did not know Dean Koontz wrote comics.
Yeah, neither did I.
Paulo's so macho, he went straight to Punisher. He never read Little Dot.
Oh, there were some comments. I forgot to look. The Flintstones theme was based on I Got Rhythm changes. So I Got Rhythm by Cole Porter.
Oh, I got to play those. You're right. Hey, now that you're singing it, I see it.
I got my man who could ask for anything more. I was never into those kitty comics. Oh yeah, Punisher.
He's macho.
Yeah. Whatever, Paolo.
I'm an effeminate Little Dot reader.
As you get older and older. Okay. I
run out of testosterone, so now I read Little Dot.
And finally, I love Luke Cage. So again, I don't like this white background. It would have popped with a different color. But look, there's Luke Cage battling it out against Mr. Thorne. Who is he? Evil in Bloom. Maybe your murder could stop this. Oh, Plant Man. His name is Plant Man.
Plant Man. But they were out of ideas the day they invented him.
Ridiculous. Oh,
I forgot that Luke Cage was ever in the Defenders.
Yeah. And even he was in the Fantastic Four too. I guess they didn't know what to do with him. Maybe a couple more?
Or they liked him, but he wasn't selling well, so they put him in other mags.
Yeah. Look at the floating heads.
Floating heads Kirby by the aging Jack Kirby.
Yep. No, not Macho. I was reading a Violent Killer because I was too mature for Woody Woodpecker. Yeah. I have a question. So,
well, I'm just teasing Paulo because he's a very even-tempered kind of guy. So,
here's another example. I was going to show it later, but Jack Kirby did some Avengers. He did some Iron Man. He did Fantastic Four. And as a kid, I was always disappointed when Jack Kirby would show up and, like, instead of George Perez, you'd get a Jack Kirby cover because I was young and I didn't appreciate his art. Now I'm wondering, what do you think?
That was not peak Jack Kirby.
Yeah, I still think, like, Jack Kirby is great in his own titles, but when he takes on someone else, like a character that
both of those characters are ones he originated.
Oh, yeah, that's true, actually.
But
I didn't think of that.
The context is he came back in defeat to Marvel after things didn't work out at DC.
Oh,
and he was just doing time. I still like his covers from that era, but they're definitely, so especially like those two were good examples of ones, especially the Fantastic Four, where he really didn't care very much anymore.
They're decent covers. Like, I'm glad to have them now, but when you look at the other artists that were doing the same runs, it's kind of like, ooh, yeah.
Even though all those artists wouldn't have had their style without Jack Kirby.
Exactly.
They were putting more effort into it at the time.
All right. You're up.
I'm up again. Oh my.
Yeah. I've got about 20 left, I think. 15 more for me. Oops, he's digging. Let's look at.
Here's the other one I want. Oh, you don't want Dead Air.
No Dead Air.
Here's another one I bought at the same sort of artsy comic book store that I've got the Charles Burns one.
That is cool.
I really like this underground, or whatever you call him, artsy kind of artist, Eric Haven. And his stories never quite make sense. They've got all these sort of surreal elements, and you keep thinking it's all going to make sense in the end, but it just ends. So, like, there's this character, Deathika.
And that pose. Woo!
And she's fighting these flying alien robots and stuff.
Heads. They look like heads.
But it never... And then she turns out to be part of the evil alien cult herself. So it doesn't... Anyway, it's just wacky fun. So if you ever see... there's some trades of his, too. Eric Haven.
That actually looks really cool.
Okay, where did I buy these? I don't remember anymore. I've got some Hawkman. Did I already show these somewhere?
I think you got that from Higgity Comics. Hippie? What's his name?
No, Higgy. No, now I remember. I bought these at the shop that's 3 blocks away from me.
Oh, well, that puts my idea to shame.
But Higgy loves Hawkman. Yes.
And he usually gives you one when you visit him.
He may have given me a Hawkman or two. He gave me a lot of Enemy Aces.
Oh, yeah.
So I realized buying these, I like the covers and I like the idea of the old Hawkman, but I'm not sure whether I really enjoy the stories or not. Don't tell Higgy.
They've got lizard heads.
They've got crocodile heads. And I don't know what's going on in this cover. Some guys from the future fighting Hawkman and Hawkgirl.
Oh, that's a cool cover.
Yeah. And it's got the go-go checks.
That's cool. Cool.
It's funny, we get all excited over the go-go checks, but they failed, right? They only did it for a few months and it didn't help sales.
But man, there's a lot of them.
This one had a sticker on it saying, second appearance of Shadow Thief.
Oh.
And everyone loves Shadow Thief, so second appearance, that must be really valuable.
And he's shooting a gun.
It cost the same amount as all these other Hawkmen, which was $10 a piece.
Oh, that's...
And I don't try to collect all of Justice League of America, but I loved this cover.
Death Orbit. Yeah, they're all flying in a ring around Earth.
I think it's by Mike Sikowski, the art. And as usual, Superman and Lois Lane are getting along so well.
Now I'm jealous.
Donald knows Eric Haven. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm jealous when anyone shows a Lois Lane I don't have. So you better take that off the screen fast.
There's a lot of Lois. Oh, I'm going to torture you.
I know. She's a queen there.
It's always either Superman betraying Lois or Lois betraying Superman. They have the worst relationship ever. And I do obsessively try to collect all the 70s Bronze Age mystery magazines from DC.
They're going up in price.
I know. Crazy. Everyone's copying me now.
Maybe they're copying Donald too.
So I just grabbed this. I like the cover. It's nothing special.
Henry S. says, meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice from the cartoon.
Let's see.
I could hear the voice when you wrote that. And that meow, ping.
This is a fantastic Gil Kane cover for Hawk and Dove.
I think I have that one. Yeah, it's got a great yellow background. And he's just knocking the other one out of the way.
I think it has Gil Kane interior art too, which I'm always happy to find.
So you're going to see hands like this.
Right.
Wow.
I don't think Hawk and Dove are they're for an adult, they're very obvious, their argument between them of whether to use violence or not. But I thought it was very deep when I was a kid. Two more. My first Rip Hunter Time Master.
I don't have any of those.
I don't know if they're any good or not. You don't really hear much about Rip Hunter.
You know, he was a character on the TV show.
The TV show, yeah, and I keep meaning to go watch that TV show because it's a TV show dedicated to C-list DC heroes.
It was campy fun. It had its moments.
I heard it gets better as it goes along.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's one of those CW shows.
And Higgy already gave me a copy of this, but I decided to buy another copy because I love this cover.
Wow.
And this copy's in better shape.
Yeah, that's good.
It's the guy falling to his death while he salutes.
Wow.
So that's that set.
All right. I've got some more Iron Man to show off, so I'll do that. I bought two 20-cent Iron Mans in a row. So I've got a number 63, which that's a cool cover.
That is cool. That's Gil Kane again.
It's Dr. Spectrum. And it does say Gil Kane and Esposito.
Ah.
Right there.
Right. Esposito's the inker.
And then,
it's funny how they sometimes sign them and sometimes don't. I wonder if
look at his hand. It's so weird.
Yes.
That's a weird hand. Especially for being in a metal glove.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a Gil Kane hand even.
It's weird. Yeah, Gil Kane always does that.
Wonder if the inker changed it.
And then the next one is the next issue after it, which is 64. And I like this one a lot. Look at this guy.
Wow. I would guess that's either John Romita or maybe Ron Wilson.
It looks like John Romita to me. Yeah. I mean, from the details you could see.
Yeah, it has a John Romita. Either John Romita drew it or he maybe inked it if he didn't draw it. Because I know he often would ink over other people's.
Oh, wait, we got a couple. I've got two more to show, but I have a showcase presents with Rip Hunter. Lots of potential there, but DC aesthetics got in the way. There was a way post-crisis version that was too cynically melodramatic. I'm reading this on my phone. That's why I'm
a very sophisticated analysis.
Yeah, I could hardly get through all those syllables.
Donald Rex says there's Toth issues. Wow,
Rip Hunter 6 and 7. Are those more expensive because of the artist? So the next one I'm going to show is the Iron Man that I really read as a kid, and that was the Bob Layton art. I just will say I don't think there's a better Iron Man artist. Just because I grew up reading this stuff, it's like imprinted in my brain. I love Bob Layton as an artist on Iron Man. I mean, look at this cool cover. I mean, there's a lot of detail. I don't like the white background, but there's like a lot of stuff going on here. And then we got Whiplash. Is that his name? Oh no, this one is Backlash, and he looks cool. He's like a swashbuckling whipster.
I don't know if I agree with you on him, but anyway.
You don't think he looks cool? I want that costume. I want that costume. I wouldn't look as good though.
Show it to your husband. He can get you one for Christmas.
Yeah. And then the final one I'll show is I got Man-Thing number 15. And I mean,
another Gil Kane cover.
Very nice. I mean, the weird thing is like Man-Thing has toenails. I just never thought of that before. And then
doesn't make sense.
There's this picture on the wall. They have a poster and the guy doesn't have eyes in the poster.
I wonder if that picture makes any sense.
And then he has a cane. He's
a very muscular blind man.
I have to like read this. A candle for St. Cloud, the most macabre Man-Thing masterpiece of all. And all the windows are like broken on the door.
That's quite a statement.
Yeah. Okay. Good up. I've got about 10 more to show.
So I forgot the one other thing that you caused me to buy on eBay.
What is that? A CD?
A CD-ROM.
Of All the Spirit.
I don't know what's on it. I think it's stuff about the Spirit. It's probably a book on the Spirit that they then turned into a CD-ROM. So I somewhere I have a disc player to hook up to my computer. I'll have to see if it even works.
Crazy. Was that $1.50?
No, it wasn't too expensive, but it wasn't amazingly cheap.
That's funny.
I want to say maybe $12 or $14. I can't remember. This is what you triggered my Spirit obsession.
Oh, so yeah. I think you triggered it for me too. Now, Donald Rex sent me a link of 47 Turoks. And they were originally like $30 plus 20. And so I bid 31, figuring, okay, 47, I'll pay $1 each. And already, they're at $76 plus 20. So that would be about 100 for 47, which isn't bad. A little
$2 a piece. It's still okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Depending on their condition.
Yeah, they seemed decent. They weren't like all ripped up or bent or anything like that.
Donald is trying to make you spend more money.
He sends me links, and I'm happy that he does that because I always check it out. And he shows me what he's buying, and he buys some really cool stuff. He needs to show off his stuff more because he buys some stuff that I never see in the comic collecting community. Like he's got his finger on the pulse of like all of the like I don't know, not to say weird comics, but just like
he has really deep knowledge on all the artists.
Yeah,
I've never even heard of.
So we're really talking you up about this. So whose turn is it? Mine or yours? I forgot.
You had shown a few things, but do you want to show more?
No, I got 10 left. So you're up.
Okay. So recently, a person who does a comic book podcast was visiting town. So we met up at the store called I Like Comics that has a giant room of 50-cent bins. And I got a whole bunch of Dark Horse Tarzans from there. But I don't have all the issues. So for instance, Tarzan versus the Moon Men, part 2 of 4.
Wow. Look at that cover. The art on that is cool.
Yeah. And then part 4 of 4. So I need 1 of 4 and 3 of 4.
Yeah, you do. Wow.
And Tarzan and the Legion of Hate, part 1 of 4.
Oh, look at that. That's bondage for sure.
Part 2 of 4 has a really cool cover.
Yeah. That's very Conan-ish.
Yes. Tarzan, Conan, there's a link there. And then part 3 of 4, but I don't have part 4 of 4. So I got these for next to nothing for 50 cents. But
wait, stop, go back. Beautiful cover, lovely background,
yellow.
It's a pin-up. Who's the artist on there? There's a signature right there.
Schneck.
Oh, it looks really good.
SCHENCK.
Schenk.
Christopher Schenk. He does the interiors also, but they're not as nice. They don't jump out at you as much.
Wow, I like that cover. I would have paid 50 cents for that.
Well, I paid 50 cents for it. And then I had no idea there was a 4-part series, of which I only have number 3, of Mike Grell drawing Tarzan.
Whoa.
Tarzan the Savage Heart.
Wow.
So I need to get the rest of that.
Wow.
Tarzan I wish I could buy those magazines. Meets Carson of Venus, another Edgar Rice Burroughs character.
Yeah. I can't tell what's going on in that, but it looks cool.
Tarzan is on the side of a spaceship, I think.
Oh, and yeah.
And that Carson of Venus is inside the spaceship.
That's a cool cover.
So that's issue 1. Issue 2 of Tarzan and Carson of Venus.
That's good art, I think, from what I can see. Like, I'm squinting on my phone.
You have to rewatch this. Carson of Venus number 3, Tarzan and Carson of Venus number 3.
Everything's on flame. Or is that what the air looks like on Mars? Or no, Venus? Must be. It's Venus. Wait, is
maybe
Venus the fire?
Maybe it's very combustible and he's lit the air on fire.
Venus is the fire one, right? Yeah.
Venus is full of toxic gases, but I don't think Edgar Rice Burroughs knew that. And then just a single issue of the John Buscema Tarzan from Marvel.
I love that stuff.
And then most of this series called Tarzan the Beckoning from Malibu Comics.
Okay, he looks really, really skinny there.
And it's drawn by an artist that I am very into named Thomas Yates, who I think maybe does... Is he the artist who now does Prince Valiant and the few remaining newspapers that have Prince Valiant? But he's a very cool artist, so I had to get it for him.
Wow.
And I've got issue 1. I don't know what the beckoning means. Issue 2.
I'm going to say that those covers remind me, like they're going off the Tarzan Greystoke look of Tarzan. Must be from around that movie.
There should be a porn version about Lord Greystoke.
I'd buy that for 50 cents.
So that was 3. And then I have 5.
Wow.
And 7. But I've already ordered the missing issues of this from mycomicshop.com.
That's cool.
Where I think I paid $3.
So different from all the other ones. Like that one's like Tarzan in Wonderland.
The interior art's very nice.
Yeah.
So I never heard of this version of it before, but
we got some comments. So let me go over that. So Big Nasty wrote, "Love John Buscema," and I'm gonna say something that's kind of controversial. I like Sal almost more. But I like them both. But I love Sal Buscema.
Depends on what they're drawing, maybe.
And Steve wrote Tarzan, Conan, and Khazar. Yeah. I have that Tarzan mini in a trade paperback. I like it, Paul said.
I wonder if he means the beckoning.
I sent that one the Crom beautiful painted cover. Oh, you sent it to Son of Crom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tarzan is gay. No. Sleepy started that rumor. It's not true.
He could be bisexual. You never know.
Yeah. I don't know. He liked Jane. I like Sal too. Okay, good. I like both. Like, come on. They're both awesome. All right, my turn?
Yes.
Let me grab.
I do have to say, I have done a Sal Buscema tribute video years ago.
Yep, I saw it in my queue, and you were actually, and then I saw another video of you talking about Sal Buscema with another person, and so I'm going to watch both of them.
Me and Sam, the friend of mine who died, did that.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It was a long, sloppy video, so I don't know if it's worth watching the whole thing. But
sloppy seconds. So, how about 2 more rounds? Is that good?
Okay. Well, how are we doing for time?
We've gone a long time.
I've got about 20 more minutes.
Dang, I said we're going to do this an hour, and you just like drug this on. All right, so I've got another 3. Here's 6. So I got a great Marvel team up. What do you think about these covers where they have like they cut it in half of the banner, and then you get the art, and then you get half of it as the banner?
I think it works sometimes. That? I like the ones where there's actually a frame all the way around.
Oh, okay. And
they
so
call
this
that
one
the
is
picture box
covers. Number 13, and I never had this, so I haven't read this. Like as a kid, I never read this one. So this one is new.
I like the early Marvel team ups a lot.
Me too.
But it might be because it's so nostalgic. It looks like Romita and Gil Kane together.
Together?
Look at Spider-Man's hands.
Modesty Blaze is the daughter of Tarzan and Law of Opar. Okay.
Supposedly Tarzan never slept with Law, but she always wanted to. But they were written by someone with Victorian morals.
Yeah, you're getting into this lore I don't know anything about. Here, I like the reprint issues.
Law of Opar never wore a top, so I have to remember her.
Oh, Marvel
Triple Action. It always puzzled me. Why is it called Triple Action?
Because in the original ones, I think they have 3 stories.
The original fat ones, yeah.
Yeah, I would assume. But now they have 3 names. So there's someone covered up.
That's how they rationalize it. Probably Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man.
And then here you have 3 bubbles. But this is great because you got Hawkeye and you got Black Widow's old costume. And then he's saying, the Black Widow's dead, but they'll pay. Oh, how they'll pay. That's so awesome. Next, I've got an early Master of Kung Fu. I don't know. Master of Kung Fu started around issue 17. Because before that, it was
Marvel Special Edition.
Something like that. And so this is number 18. And this is just real. I'm going to say that I don't think this is good art at all. But I collect Master of Kung Fu. I mean, look at the feet. They're just like really weird. Right. And this other foot too. It's just really elongated.
I'm guessing that's Ron Wilson.
Yeah, it's just
who I normally like, but I can see why you're. I wonder who's inside. I wonder if it's Paul Gulacy yet.
You want me to open it to look?
Sure.
I don't mind. I haven't opened these yet. I just got them.
I'm very obsessed by what artists do what.
Oh, the interior art is neat.
Is it Paul Gulacy?
It's Al Milgrom inking. Now, Steve Englehart, author. Paul Gulacy, artist. And the interior art, this splash page is kind of neat. Sorry, I can't hold it up and look at it.
Paul Gulacy was a very exciting artist.
It's almost Steranko-ish.
Yes, he was very Steranko influenced.
Although, actually, some of it is not too good. I mean...
Yeah, I think he got better as he went along, too.
Like, that is not very good.
That's not so
yeah, Master of Kung Fu. So, the next one is a lot of Western romance and horror. They're all going up in price, so it's really nice to get.
It's probably Marvel. Donald Rex's fault.
Yeah, I like Zartan.
Is that a Tarzan type character?
I just started some Marvel team ups that feature Iron Man with Spider-Man and sometimes the Human Torch. Yes, I love those old ones. So this is the Mighty Marvel Western number 19, featuring 3 people. Rawhide Kid, Kid Colt, and Two Gun Kid.
And some triple action.
Yeah, there you go. And I mean, it's not the greatest art.
And that's what they call the picture window covers.
Yeah, there you go. Picture window. It's framed.
Yeah. And somehow I like that. Maybe because that's what they were doing when I first started buying comics.
Well, Revenge on the Range. I was reading it. I don't know if it's worth reading it to you guys, but yeah.
You won't tell us what we want to know, kid.
So talk to my
talk
friend.
To our friend here.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. All right. An early... This is jumping ahead. But this is an early Miss Marvel, number 3. And normal, like, this dude is riding a thick rocket. Normally they have a woman doing that because it's very sexist. But this guy's like riding, it's so sexual. He's riding that giant rocket.
I don't think they were thinking that when they made it.
Oh, yes, they were.
No, they weren't.
Every Miss Marvel cover is highly sexualized. If you look at them all, you need to go back and look at them. I mean, he's like ramming that giant, thick rocket right into her. This is, I'm sorry. That is so sexual.
I think you see penises everywhere.
Well, that's the way to live life.
Okay. I don't even want to see my own anymore.
Is that a sexual cover or not? Like, come on. Half the covers are
innocent me. I never see it till you say it.
Well, now that I've said it, you still don't think that's like a sexual cover?
Now I can see it, but I would not have thought of it.
I persuaded you. And yes, I do see penises everywhere. Those window covers.
I remember Jared saying that. Yeah.
What? Designed by Gil Kane for Marvel's 10th anniversary. And Jared
Osborne, it was exactly 10 years when they started doing it.
Okay. And
it's
the
a
next
big nasty comic you got there.
And the next one is a Steranko cover. It's a reprint. I probably nicked it for Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So we got this Steranko.
It's an odd pose for Nick Fury there.
Yeah.
And his legs seem to stretch a bit.
Yeah. All right. You're up. I've got one set left of 5.
Okay.
Uh-oh. We got dead air. Look at him go. Yeah, all right.
Okay, so I have a weakness for the author Steve Englehart, who wrote a lot of those Captain Americas and Defenders that we like a lot.
Yeah.
And in the 90s, he wrote this thing called The Strangers for Ultraverse. Kind of a generic
Have you read any of those?
Of George Perez. So I've read the first one. Oops. I've got them all out of order now. I read the first one. That was number 1. So they were 50 cents, and it's Steve Englehart. So I thought, I've got to buy these. I read issue 1. It was one of the worst comics I ever read in my life. It was so bad.
Oh.
I couldn't believe Steve Englehart could do such a bad comic. But I'm going to plunge on because I bought 7 of them.
Okay.
However, they were only 50 cents a piece.
Scratching at the door and it's driving me nuts. So hold on. Just show a cover or something.
The artist on these was Rick Hoberg. I thought he did a good job on the covers.
Hey, Frank.
But the interiors really suck. And this just had a really incoherent kind of storyline in the first issue.
Go ahead, get them, huh?
I guess it would be hard to even describe quickly.
Sorry, I'm back. Show it again.
And I remember really liking a lot of the Ultraverse comics, and it was written by Steve Englehart.
I have a couple, like one Ultraverse comic with Simonson art that I really like.
Yeah, and they had
that one I've never heard of though.
Barry Windsor Smith. So I think this was like supposed to be a cross between the Avengers and the X-Men or something. Sorry, I dropped a comic. So I think I have issues 1 through 6 and issue 8.
Oh, you're missing.
I'll try at least reading another issue or 2, but maybe Steve Englehart will get better. Maybe he was just rusty at that point.
I remember the Ultraverse when it was on the shelves, I believe.
And then, of course, the original S.H.I.E.L.D. from Archie Adventure series.
Wow, look at his.
My daughter pointed out they were trying to make it look like a Marvel comic with that thing across.
Yep.
There. And they hired Dick Ayers and Chick Stone to do the art.
Dick and Chick.
Dick Ayers. And those people were inkers for Jack Kirby in the early Marvel days.
Dick and Chick.
This is really bad. And the main villain, what's he called? The Hun, I think, or Captain Hun. I can't find it.
Captain Hun.
Der Hun.
No.
So there you go. What's your next set?
This is my last set.
Yes, your last set.
So I bought 2 Power Man and Iron Fists. I'm not collecting everything, but I got this one because the cover is so surprisingly bad. I mean, look at this. The art on this is just bad. Now, Iron Fist is okay, but this robot is not very scary at all.
It looks like someone drew that one very quickly on a tight deadline.
Yeah, it's just not a good cover. This one, on the other hand,
signed?
I don't know who it is. No, I don't see it.
Okay.
And then this one, of course, I think is a great cover because it's painted.
Oh yeah, I remember that issue. I remember reading that.
It might be the final. Yeah, it might be the final issue. This one is Ernie Chan.
I think it was just an anniversary issue.
Oh.
And it had inside, it was written by Mary Jo Duffy and art by Carrie Gamble. It was when I first fell in love with Carrie Gamble's artwork.
Okay, so I have 3 more, and they're all kind of Western military. So I got 15-cent Rawhide Kid.
Whoa, that's a beauty.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's Kirby.
Center.
I wonder if that's a Kirby drawing.
It doesn't look like Kirby. Oh, but the problem with this is you can hardly see it, but there's like some tape. That's why
I got her face.
Cheap. Yeah, and there and there. But it's still a great cover. Yeah. That's why I probably got it cheap.
Yeah.
I don't see.
I would buy it
for the artist. And the last 2 are Sergeant Fury. This is a 15-center, and that's a cool cover. I mean, the red background, you got all this going on, and then you got that. Yeah. Larry Lieber. So Paulo says Larry Lieber. And my last comic that I'm going to show,
the one that we didn't like.
Do
you think Larry Lieber is that one that we didn't like with the robot?
I don't know. Paulo?
Oh, the one that I thought was Kirby was probably Larry Lieber, the Western, because he did a lot of Westerns.
Yeah, sometimes when the comments come and we've moved on. Yeah,
I think it was the Western cover that pulls up.
This one? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Larry Lieber.
And then my final one that I have to show is a 20-cent Sergeant Fury Special Marvel Edition. So the Special Marvel Editions didn't last long, I don't think, but I think that cover is really cool.
That must have been just before Master of Kung Fu.
Yeah, so is this the one that moved into Master of... You're right. Special Marvel Edition.
So I think issue 15 was Master of Kung Fu.
Or 15, 16, and 17. Something like that. And then, because I remembered that when I looked this up. And then it goes into Master of Kung Fu. And I think 1 through 14 is all Sergeant Fury.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're probably just reprints.
Probably. I don't know for sure.
And so that was my last comic, that one.
Lieber was writing and drawing the Westerns by himself. Yeah, I remember hearing him say that in an interview.
So, end us with a bang, Sleepy.
Bang! Jack Kirby, Black Panther. This series is a wild ride. It's kind of silly, but I like it.
You know what? Those Black Panthers, early Black Panthers, are hard to get. They're very expensive. I don't have many.
I don't think the Kirby ones are that expensive. I think it's the Jungle Action ones before it. Yeah. Avengers. I accidentally bought 2 copies at the same time.
What the heck?
The store owner never mentioned anything. I kind of wish they had said, "Hey, did you mean to buy 2 copies?"
And those are expensive too.
I can't remember what I paid.
Oh, that one's super famous.
But it's got. I think I just paid a few dollars, like $2
because of the
for it.
rip.
It's got a bad rip.
It's worth it.
One of my favorite all-time Fantastic Four covers.
Wow.
With Ben Grimm
Susan
going
on
crazy.
it too? I see.
No Sue Storm.
So no Thing is like he's like King Kong on that cover.
Yes. This also is an amazing issue. Avengers. Some say the world will end in fire.
That's a great splash page.
Some say that it will end in ice.
Dang, 2 splash pages.
That was one of my favorites. I think it's John Buscema. I was going to say it was Sal Buscema.
That is so cool.
Yeah, the art in this is just fantastic.
Wow, that is.
A 15-cent Iron Man.
Wow.
Looks like a Don Heck cover to me. Interior art by Don Heck. Got a nice stamp there from Brian Mulligan.
And the splash page is nice too.
Herbie the Fat Fury.
Oh my gosh. A couple of years ago I saw a whole bunch of those in the dollar bin at a comic
dollar bin.
And really? I did not buy them.
I
know.
I don't think I ever find them for. I must have paid $10 or $15 for this.
Dang, no, a bunch of them in the dollar bin.
Shazam.
Wow.
1970s revival of Captain Marvel.
Wow.
Doctor Strange with a mask on.
That is
with
a cool
the Black Knight.
Very, very cool.
King Size Avengers. I think this is a reprint of Avengers #4.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great cover.
Fantastic Four facing off with some other characters. At first I thought it was the Avengers, but it's not because Daredevil and Spidey were not in.
Yeah. That's a great cover too. You got a lot of good ones at the end.
Iron Man on the moon, apparently.
Yeah, I remember that one. I remember that one.
Iron Man versus Jack of Hearts.
I like the Jack of Hearts costume, and I always thought that whoever had to draw him, they must have hated it. Because there's right. And inking, he would have. That's why he. I
wonder if he were easier to draw, we would have seen more Jack of Hearts.
Exactly, they got rid of him fast. Oh, that's beautiful.
Old school reprint issue.
No, I love those reprint issues. Those are gorgeous.
I think it has three different issues reprinted in here.
It's got X-Men, Avengers. Yep.
And I'm not sure. I think this might be part of the Avengers Defenders War. Some think of it as the first crossover event.
Yeah, that's a great one.
And this one says co-starring the Defenders, so it might be of that.
Yep.
Period. Wait, was this? Yeah,
I've actually never read that. I don't think.
And 118.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever read that.
So as a Defenders fan, you need to track those down.
Definitely.
And then a random Gil Kane from the late Bronze Age.
Yes.
Doing.
He's like
Green Lantern again.
Yeah. That cover, but that cover is just reminding me of something. Like, I've seen that pose on another famous comic. I'm wondering if he's recreating that for that comic. Okay. Wow, that was a lot. Almost 2 hours. I usually can't last over an hour, so you made me go.
You did it without any cocaine.
I know. I'm kind of like, my eyes are closing. I was just like, oh. Anyways, thank you so much for being on, and sorry for all the technical difficulties. Everybody, I had to use my phone in the end, and that's why, I'm always doing like this when a comic is on here. But thank you so much, Sleepy, for joining me and showing off some stuff.
Thank you for inviting me on your channel and letting me vomit out all these comics.
I know you had boxes to go through. That's awesome. All right, you want to stick around for a little bit? I'm going to go ahead and edit. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone who watched and commented. It was great.
There we go.